would sure do me good. To do you good, let me help.
Good evening, folks. How is everyone? As you can tell, I've got the official drinking dog in my lap again. I know, Stoney, I got your message, dude. Yeah, I've put too many of them down, so you spoil them while they're still alive. They exhibit all the best parts of humanity that humanity doesn't. So, we're going to throw you a curveball tonight. We're going to take a look at tangueray-sevilla-orange gin and soda. And the reason we're looking at this, Mama's birthday. Mama left us about 18 months ago. She did not die of corona. She did die at home. And her favorite drink was a Tom Collins. So canned cocktails are huge, but they don't make Tom Collins. And this is pretty close, because the Tom Collins, I think, is just going to be gin, sweet and sour, gin, sweet and sour, ice. Hold on. I pulled it up earlier and then I forgot about it because I went to have dinner. So, Tom Collins is a classic cocktail featuring gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and club soda was what I forgot, soda. So, sweet and sour is, simple syrup is just water and melted sugar. That's all it is. It's just a sugar solution. So, lemon, simple syrup is sweet and sour. And that's usually what you get when they give you a sour mix. It's not usually straight sour. Anyway, that was Mom's favorite, but they don't make them. But this is pretty close. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to eschew the temp. We will do the pour. The correct glass, of course, for Tom Collins is a Collins glass, which is like a Stunga. But while I know that I have Collins glasses, I know that they're also packed back in the bar and they're probably full of dust, and I don't want to deal with that. And beer glasses are always up front because, to be quite honest, I drink a lot more beer than I do cocktails. I am kind of impressed, though. I was not expecting that color. So it's got that pink champagne color going on there. I don't know, are Sevilla oranges blood oranges? Doesn't say. So, serving facts, serving size is a 12-ounce can. Servings per container is 1. No shit, Sherlock. Alcohol by volume is 6%. About the same as beer. Fluid ounces of alcohol is 0.7. Calories are 140. Carbohydrates. How many fucking carbohydrates? There's got to be sugar in here. Carbohydrates. 4.8 grams. Fat? I don't know where the fat comes from, folks. Maybe there's oil from the lemon peels or something. 0.5 grams. Protein, 0 grams. Warning, according to the government, don't drink this, but they're assholes and I don't trust them anyway. Drink responsibly. DrinkIQ.com. Please recycle. Produced and canned by Tangueray, USA, Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. Well, I guess that's 2 USAs. That's better than 1. Anyway, you folks have a glass in your hand. Join me in raising a toast to Mama. She was 92 when she passed. She had a good long run. Miss her every day. And I went to go see her and the old man today before we did this, which means I had a little of this and I had a little of the rye, because the old man was a rye drinker. Woof. Rye. So, happy birthday, Mom. Love you. Miss you. Skol. Mom was a Swede, so Mom gets a skol. Dad always gets a salud. That'll be next month. Skol, Ma. It smells like a lemon lime soda, by the way. Not bad. Less citrusy than I would have thought, although it's in there. The gin really seems to cut it and bring it back. So you're getting a kind of weird, odd mix of citrus and elderberry? No. Juniper berry. I think juniper berry is what the gin's made out of. These things are pretty friggin' tasty, man. There was another one that I had gotten for her, but that had gone out of spec, and that's what I drank with her today. It wasn't this one. It was a different one. I forget what it was. I should have remembered, because then I could find it again. But the last time I was in there, I was in Totemo. They didn't have any left. That's why we wound up with this. I do feel kind of bad, though, because it was windy today, and normally I offer them, you know, when you go to visit them, some people bring flowers, and some people bring stones. That's what the Jews do. Coins. You see coins a lot. So when I go, I bring them both a drink and a smoke, because they were both drinkers and smokers. Can't figure out where I got it from. My old man made me laugh because I worked with him for a while during college. He was a factory worker. And in the toolbox he kept by his machine, he was a press mechanic. He had a bottle labeled dye cleaner. The dye cleaner right, is a fucking jar of rye, and he'd hit it up every now and again. The old man wasn't that big a drinker. Gin is made from... Gin is usually made from a base of grains such as wheat or barley, which is first fermented, then distilled. Juniper berries and other herbs are added afterwards. There you go. So it is the juniper and the orange. Not bad. It's pretty interesting. Makes for a nice change. Definitely do worse. Incidentally, today's musical selection is I Can Help by Billy Swan. I thought that would work nicely with Mama. So this song is like ancient, but you know what? I remember this from riding in the car going upstate. I was a little kid. AM radio. Back in the dark ages, man. Good song. Mom liked it, so we're all good with that. That's it for the booze, so thanks for coming by, putting some eyeballs on here, folks. Appreciate it. You know how it goes, man. I love you. You're my people. So I need you to be the big three. Happy, healthy, safe. And PV, did I get it right? I also need you to be honorable, dutiful, prosperous. I think that's what PV we're putting there. One more guy. Attention seeker. So, seeker, I too grew up drinking Bud, and I like Budweiser. I've always thought it was a good beer. I don't care what anybody else says. It's just the weed killer in it. And if they would actually go back to the old school brew, yeah, I'd jump on it in a heartbeat. The old school one was the one with the rice in it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But, you know what I really miss? Real Michelob, their big, heavy flagship beer. That was good beer, too. My boy Angus needs to get rid of his brewing equipment, and so I might take it off his hands, and if Stoney's nice enough to give me a little help, which I'm sure he will be, because Stoney Vineyard's a solid guy, we're going to try and see if we can knock one together. It just says hops and a basic lager, a little rice in it. So we'll do a little research, and if it comes through, I'll brew it up. I'll let you know. All right, folks. That's about all I got for you. Appreciate you coming by, as always. As you can tell, partner in crime is up in my lap, because God forbid I should sit down and he doesn't keep my lap warm for me. He also doesn't realize it's going to be 110 degrees out here shortly. That was Billy Swan on Bert Sugarman's Midnight Special. Tell me, that don't bring back memories if your hair is gray, huh? All right. Oh, gym updates, right? Because guys like Jim. Jim left here He wound up out on the street on the hottest day it's been so far this year. Was up in the high 90s, and then he wound up in the hospital, respiratory and cardiac issues. He's been in ever since. He called me last night and told me that they were going to transfer him out to a SNF. That's a skilled nursing facility. Although he keeps calling it rehab, and I'm like, Jim, rehab is when they want to get you off drugs. Are you sure they're sending you to rehab? Is what it is. So he's going to go to a skilled nursing facility where they will look after him and make sure he takes his medication and eats. While he's doing that, I've been talking with the placement woman to try and get him into an assisted living position. Hopefully the fact that he's been in the hospital will kind of bump his application up a little. So if we can ever get him placed and he decides to get placed up here instead of 30 miles south of me, because I'm not driving down there to pick his ass up, not happening, then we'll have Jim back on the show and we will once again have class by the glass. All right, folks. Ooh, scusi. That's the pork loin and vegetables I had for dinner tonight. Until the next one, be good, my friends. Skål.